Sponsor, Colin.
What are we?
We are live. Welcome to Kingdom Cast. Thanks for joining us. How does Chuck normally do this? Hey, into whatever. I got Kylie, my homegirl Kylie. I know he says that all the time. What's up, Kylie? I got my boy Boogie at the bottom. What's up,
Yes, sir.
Bug?
Let's get it.
Country in the hosting. I'm the captain today. Captain of this shit. What's up, Robert the Bruce? We're gonna get in. We want to jump
Who?
into it already. So, a lot of talk, not a lot of movement, not a lot of not a lot of action, a lot of talk though. So we're in a drama right now. I do believe we are in the second wave of free agency though. I think the first wave is over. I think we are kind of in the middle of the second wave, to be honest. So a lot of talk about the the most talk is about D Hop, Odell, um, Lamar Jackson. Um, who else is being talked about right now? That's probably it right now.
Aaron Rodgers, but we don't have to
Uh,
talk about him. He talks about himself enough.
uh,
Please, no, Colin.
bruh, come on, man. How y'all got all this talk about what y'all want to do, and y'all haven't agreed to the trade yet? What are we
Crazy.
waiting on? Yeah, sip my coffee, but I'm I'm so over Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like,
I know.
ugh. Um, so let's get right into it. So the free agency rumor, the buzz is Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills. Are the Ravens in or out on
I
D
don't.
Hop? Are they
I mean,
out or in? It changes every hour.
I feel like the Ravens are such a mystery because we can't. They don't know what's going on with Lamar, so it's really hard
Right.
to. I mean, I think it would be wise for them to go after a good receiver, but they're such a mystery right now. They got to figure out what's going on with Lamar, and I just don't know.
Right. Um. So it was last I checked. It was five teams, right? And first of all, let's take this with a grain of salt because Patman Jones was the source. And I'm sorry, Pac-Man Jones. I respect your career. I respect your fight game because look, I'm saying this behind the computer, Pac-Man, but I do not trust you when it comes to sources and your football thoughts because you was kind of hating on us a lot last year. But Pac-Man Jones said it was five teams: uh, Bills, Pats, Ravens, Titans, Raiders that are all in the midst for DeAndre Hopkins. This is one thing that bothers me, and I hate to be a downer. It is the Cardinals, and I don't think that's a well-run franchise. So dealing with them just makes me nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like we had the whole everybody Boogie. You remember the Patrick Peterson thing, and that was every year, every bye week, every four games. It was we're about to get Patrick Peterson. Chiefs are interested in Patrick Peterson. Arizona wants to get him out of the game, and they never made a move till he was old and he walked away. So I don't know. Maybe do you think Arizona is posturing on us just so they can rework a deal and re-sign D Hop, or is there smoke to the fire? Because there is a lot of smoke, a lot of smoke. It's very foggy in here. And fitting there, it was very foggy in Kansas City today because there's a lot of smoke around this. Is it more smoke or is it a fire burning there? What do you feel?
Boogie, I'll let you feed this one.
Do I think it's smoke from who? The Cardinals?
Uh,
I don't. Okay, let me put it like this, country. I don't think DeAndre Hopkins will play another game as a Cardinal.
okay, I
I
agree.
think that's
I
done.
agree.
But you got to put yourself in that situation. If you was the Cardinals front office, what do you get out of trading him right now?
Hmm.
Knowing the draft is next month, everybody knows you want to trade him. You can wait till after the draft, and somebody is not go draft a receiver. So whoever does not draft a receiver, Okay, I wanted a second round pick. Now, what you talking about? Because the draft is over now. So, would you give me a second round next year, or what can I get now? So, Cardinals. I mean, what's the rush?
That's also true. That was the next point. Are we as fans, are we just being extra impatient right now? Because
Yes.
there's no incentive for the Cardinals to move right now. It's not like we trading the number one pick, and then you got to get your ducks in a row because now you got the number one pick. It's they don't have to trade Hopkins. Like I don't think fans are really putting that in their head because they want him so much, and the free agent market has dwindled down so much. And let's be honest, what? How many wide receivers out there are you attracted to? Like, do you want to be in business with? It's not many.
It
It's
Mm-mm.
not
wasn't.
many.
It wasn't many before free agency started, though. To be
You're
honest,
right.
to
You
me,
know what I'm saying? So it's even worse now. Um, I think Juju was probably the second best wide receiver on the board. Jacoby Myers was probably the first one. That's like truly on the board. Odell Beckham hasn't played in a year, and he's top five. You know
just
what I'm
de-
saying? So
just
that's
depending
how
on who you
bad the
ask.
market is right now. You said what,
I
Bill?
said, I guess that's depending on who you ask. I'm not sure. I got Odell top five.
I mean, who you got over him
I
at
know
this
this is
point?
gonna sound crazy,
Uh
but
oh.
I'm dead serious with this. I got Shark over OBJ, but next year, who would you rather have as a receiver, Mecole or Odell? Not even just with the Chiefs, just period.
Next year,
Just this year
that
coming up. Just this year.
I mean, probably OBJ, right?
You still
Because
say
just
that? Okay.
because just because obviously they're both coming off of injuries. So it's not even like you can say, well, McColl's kind of healthy because we don't really know where McColl's at right now. Like the Jets obviously know a little something. They signed him. So good for him for getting a deal there. But I think they're both in a place where they've just been injured. But I think if you look at OBJ's career and his highs, he's had a lot more highs. And I think you can count on him to maybe be a little bit more consistent. Plus, he's a little less, I feel like McColl's a little more one dimensional.
I agree with most of that, but you talking about Odell, we talking about McColl's injury. I didn't think McColl's injury was gonna be a long-term injury. I just think he got hurt towards the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Odell Beckham has been consistently hurt for the last couple years, 2 years,
Or didn't want to play in
and
Cleveland.
we talking
Right.
ACL tears more than once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Serious injury. So I wonder what Odell really is if he comes back and he's healthy. What type of receiver is he still? Is he a 1,000-yard receiver? I don't think so.
Right.
Is he what a 600 to 800-yard receiver? I think that's more realistic. But I
But
mean that's
also
kind of McCole.
with McCall, whether you like him or not, I think there's less question marks about what he is right now than there is Odell. We don't know what Odell is right now. We just don't. None of us were at the workout. We don't know how he walks. We don't know how he moves. Is the speed still there? Is there a little hitch now? He's coming off what? Like you said, two ACLs. My brother keep calling me. I'll call you back, Kirby. But we really don't know what he is. I know what McCole brings to the offense. I know what he's capable of. He knows my offense already. I don't have to go through a learning period with him.
And I can put him on
I
special
might
teams
edge.
too,
I
country.
might edge McCole. I might edge McCole in that situation.
You hear me,
I
But
country?
mean,
I can put McCole on special teams also.
true that. I'm not putting Beckham on special teams. I'm not risking that injury at all. Nowhere
but
near. And I'm
no, you make a good point. Special teams is a good point. But I thought your original question was not the Chiefs. So just OBJ versus McColl going
oh,
into a
okay,
new
okay,
offense altogether. So I don't feel like you can really say he's used to the scheme if it's a new offense for both of them.
okay. I missed that part. You right. My bad. But
It's okay. I'll forgive you.
but the same. I think there's more question marks surrounding Odell than
For
there
sure.
is McCall right now. And maybe the Jets felt that, and maybe the Jets are apparently they're still in on Odell too, they still in on Odell too because Aaron Rodgers got a wish list of Aaron Rodgers is a jerk, man.
I just can't wait till they get all these pieces for him, and then he's like, "I'm retiring," or something happens, and it's not even. Anyway.
Do you think it's just a patience issue? Are we just not patient enough to wait for this to work itself out?
Which part? What you talking about?
The Chiefs going to get a wide receiver. Are we just not being patient enough?
Colin?
I personally feel like we're all being a little dramatic with the D-Hop situation. Do I think we need wide receivers? Absolutely. I mean, we only have MVS, Sky, and Tony. So that's obviously a concern, especially when you consider health factors.
Don't forget the Ross brothers.
Right, Justin and Josh Ross. Justin, Ross. But no, I just think like it's March, and I think people forget that we still have a draft, and I know, and we have a ton of picks. And this time last year, not to segue, but we just anniversaried on Tyreek Hill leaving. And that was a huge, like, we were all like, oh my God, the sky's falling. And it ended up working out. I mean, we went and won a Super Bowl, and we ended up getting pieces along the way. And we had, like, Mahomes went out there and won with people like MVS and Tony and Sky. And I think Marcus Kemp had some catches in that AFC championship game. So, yeah. I think we're being a little impatient. I think I'm not saying that we need to like throw all our trust into Veach. I do trust Veach, but I think we also need to be like, oh, it's March. There's a lot of time left. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things we don't understand as a fan that are going on behind the scenes.
And I think like, okay, wanting a number one wide receiver that we need a guy. We might need more than a guy. We need a guy to point to and say, because if we're gonna put Kadarius Toney, I'm sorry, I love Kadarius Toney. He's amazing, but he hasn't shown me that he can be consistently healthy. I don't know if he can play 20 games, and that's the regular season, including the playoffs. I don't know if he's going to be available. I don't know if he's going to be available for 15 games at this point. You know what I'm saying? Without a nagging hamstring, without an ankle injury. You know what I'm saying? I love what he brings to the table, but can I look every Sunday and know he's going to be there and be accountable on the same page every Sunday? I can't. Nobody can say that because we've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So going into the season with him as your number one. We trust in Veach, like you said, but that's kind of okay.
But aren't we forgetting about Travis Kelce? Like, I know he's a tight end, but he's still getting majority of the targets. He's leading the league in yards, and he is a number one. I know he's a tight end again, but he is kind of our number one receiver.
Yes, true. But how much do you want him to carry at 32? You know what I'm saying? Like, sure. I think at this point we should be removing pressure from him. And I think that kind of puts more pressure on him. That, hey, he's the number one regardless. Like, let's get that out the way. But I need to relieve some pressure off of Travis Kelce at 32.
I don't think we being impatient. I think going into this offseason, we kind of knew we all knew we was losing Mecole, and we knew it was a good chance Juju. It was 50-50 with Juju. To lose two players with your receivers being probably a weak link roster-wise, that I don't think our receiving group is one of our top groups. We knew we had to improve that to go the whole free agency and not pick up anybody to put in the room. Then, knowing that how we all complain about Andy Reid with rookie receivers or whatever the case may be, how much are we realistically expecting from a rookie receiver now?
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll be different if we, like I said, we can still trade for a veteran. That can still happen. But
All
there's
right.
no receiver in the free agents market now that's going to put us over the limit or that's going to do anything that's going to make a big change now, to me. If you're not going to get the big fish in D-Hop, you're going to have to draft a guy. And when you do that, okay, you go take your first-round receiver. So what about our pass rush?
All right.
What about our right tackle?
Mm-hmm.
Other needs that we think are more important to the team, you're not going to be able to address in the first round because now you have to go get a receiver eventually. Because, like you said, we can't go into the season with Tony, Scott Moore, and MVS.
You can, but it's not. That would be a little shaky. That would be a little shaky. And that's from a guy that's very, very positive about this team on all accounts. But that would be a little concerning. But they rarely go into the draft. We got 35 days to the draft. They rarely go into the draft with a gaping hole. Like oh my God, we need a wide receiver. Like they kind of, like I think safety is short up. I think the secondary is all short up. I think the linebacker core is covered. D-line needs some D-line. We need a defensive tackle there. We need another edge. We might need 2 D tackles and we need some pieces there. Offensive line is short up. We need some depth though. And we might want to go for a right tackle if you're not feeling Niang right now. Quarterback is good. Running back. We might need a piece at running back too. We did lose Ronald Jones. That don't mean nothing. We still got Melvin Gordon though, don't we? We
We
still
got
got Melvin
Gordon.
Gordon.
We got Gordon. Still, man, we still need to add some more to a couple spots. And I
Yeah,
don't agree with y'all. I'm the minority. I still think we could do a little something in that secondary too. That's just me talking.
that's
Like
cool.
I'm not.
That's
I
clear.
know we won the Super Bowl with these rookie corners, but I think we can definitely get better. Please no, John. Please no.
So let me
No.
ask you this. So if the Chiefs trade up and get a wide receiver in the first round, are there any concerns about the fact that we've just traded up for a receiver that may not see any playing time or may not see many targets going into next season? Because we know how Andy is with new wide receivers. Or do you think, being that they traded up for one, you would see a lot more playing time?
If
I
they
would say I
go ahead,
don't think you had that. I don't think you had that luxury that you had with Sky. Because you had Juju, you had MVS, you had Kelsey, Gray, all those guys. So you could work Sky into that. But if you go into it and we're drafting a number 1 guy, we don't have that luxury to wait 4 weeks for him to pick it up, or 6 weeks, or well, he'll get it after the bye week. We don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a little bit different in that sense. And like Boogie said, like we're not new to this. Andy Reid is not throw the rookie wide, not on offense. We ain't seen him throw anybody in there just fresh off the street and just throw him in the fire like they did Josh, like they did Jalen Watson, like they did George. They just threw him in the fire. Exactly. Except
he
on
has
offensive
did it.
line.
He has
Except
did it
on
with
offensive line.
receivers,
Trey
just
Smith
not
and
with
Creed
receivers.
did it. They threw them in there, but they were special. So he got to be special. If you draft up, he got to be special, and he got to be day one. I want to hear stories in training camp. You know how we got them stories. Man,
But
Tyreek caught everything today. We need those type of stories every day from the number 1 guy.
But at the same time, too, Kali, they didn't pick. Scott Moore was never gonna be like a number 1 receiver. I don't believe they thought that. Like I thought they thought he was gonna be a good receiver, possession type receiver. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think they wouldn't ever thinking he's gonna be our number 1 receiver. If they trade up in the first round, that means they think this guy could be that guy. Because the only
Mm-hmm.
other times Andy Reid has did it with Deshaun Jackson and Macklin, they actually played.
Mm-hmm.
But they were
Mm-hmm.
more NFL ready also. So
Yeah.
if you pick him in the first round and trading up in the first round for a receiver, yes, I'm expecting him to produce this year because to me, you telling me he's NFL ready, and you willing to give up even more compensation for him. So I think so.
Man,
We
y'all rude as hell.
definitely.
What's up?
What up,
What's up? I
Chuck?
don't
What's
get
up,
a
Chuck?
hello or nothing. What's
What's
up,
up?
y'all?
We didn't need you. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
No, we did. We did. We
Yeah,
missed.
I'm joking. I'm joking. We are
y'all been doing a
talking.
good job.
So the question we had two questions. Are we as fans being impatient?
Yes.
And do you think that is this just smoke from the Cardinals, or is there a fire there?
I will say this, country. I did hear y'all in the background talking while I was getting stuff situated. But yeah, I agree with you that the Cardinals, man, they are one of the worst ranked organizations in the league. So they kind of play these type of games. And they, like you mentioned with Patrick Peterson, there was rumors swirling around with him for a good minute, and it just never happened until it finally
Years.
did happen with Minnesota. So who knows what the Cardinals are doing, man? But at the end of the day, man, I think D Hop, he's eventually gonna find a home. It's just a matter of when.
Okay, so here's the wild card. Draft night last year, we did not expect Hollywood Brown is going to be traded to the Cardinals. We
Hmm.
did not expect AJ Brown is going to be in a blockbuster trade to the Eagles.
Hmm.
Is there anybody like that? Or are you like, oh, it? And I don't want Jerry Judy. Denver wouldn't do that anyway. I mean, if he was available, I think I would. But do you see that type of move, that wild card? Oh my God, they got this guy, and that was unexpected.
Yeah, I really think like the big moves, it probably not gonna happen until the draft. That's what it seemed like. It's just speculation at this point from all these different sources, like you mentioned earlier in the show. So at this point, man, it's still early in the off season. Like I'm not even tripping off what's going on right now. I know Brett Beach got a plan, and I believe he's gonna execute it. Judge Judy changed the channel. That's a good one, David.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
a good
good
one.
one. Speaking of okay, so we move on to D Hop. We cover Odell. Oh, well, Boogie, what was your question again? Would you take McCall or would you take Odell right now?
Just this year.
Chuck. Yeah, just this year.
But I'm not on the Chiefs, on a new team
Yeah,
that
on a new
I've never
team
been
though.
on.
On a new team.
Oh, you said D Hop or Odell?
No,
No, Odell or McCall.
Oh, I mean Mecole, like you mentioned earlier. I mean Mecole is more familiar with the offense.
Not
no,
Odell
with the
is.
Chiefs though,
No,
Chuck.
no,
new
we talking
offense.
about
Just
we
period.
talking about a regular team. Say
Not
you the
Oh,
Titans or something.
oh, okay. I mean Odell. Odell. I mean he's a better talent, without question. I know he's coming off a few ACL injuries, but I would still take Odell at the end of the day, just based on his body of work and how he runs routes and everything, the
But
hands, all of that.
but listen to what you just said. He just came off a few ACL like that don't scare you.
I thought that was funny too. He said a few. I thought that was funny too, Country.
Like,
just a
yo,
couple. Like literally, it's fine.
Until I see him out there, until I see him out there, I mean it don't scare
I,
me that much.
regular team was funny.
man, that was scary though. He's coming off a few ACLs. Like what?
I said the same thing though, Chuck. Don't worry. I picked
Man,
I picked OBJ.
what about? Oh, nah, they would never do that. I was gonna
That
say
would cost us
They,
Gosh.
what
hey,
we
they
got
can
for
trade me
Tyreek.
for that. Whatever we gotta do to get Justin Jefferson,
that would be.
trade. Sheesh.
That's
You know
never
who I was
happening.
thinking? You know who I was thinking? But it would. I was. Stephon Diggs was not too happy last year.
They would never trade to us.
They
That
wouldn't.
yeah, that's yeah. But I'm just he wasn't that happy. And so and they are go check out Matt Verderer's space from today. The Bills are in it's coming. The paycheck is the rent is almost due in Buffalo. And it's gonna be a long day that day. But all right, so what's next? So we kind of covered it, but we didn't. We did lose McCall. Who else did we
Hmm.
lose since the last show? Who else did we lose since the last show?
I know Derek Nandi
Mm,
re-signed back here.
That was I love Nadi, but that was kind of a shocker to me. I thought Nadi was probably. I thought they were going to choose Saunders over Nadi. I ain't gonna even front with you. So Nadi
Same
came
here.
in at a cheaper price. He's solid at what he does. He probably should improve, and he got another run at it. So, um, okay, so we signed Nadi back. We did lose Michael Burton. I don't even think we really talked about that too much, but we rarely use a fullback. We
Right.
lost Mecole. Juan went to Cleveland. Juan, stop recruiting players to Cleveland, bro. I just don't like seeing it on my time.
Well, time out. MVS is doing it for our team, so
I,
I mean,
I,
what's the
I
issue with
just
him?
don't. No, this is me personally. This is a public service announcement. These are my thoughts. My thoughts alone, and do not reflect any member. I don't like seeing Juan recruiting to Cleveland. Ugh, it just looks. Never mind. I'm sorry.
He
Those are
moved
my
on,
personal.
man. He's moved on, man.
It's
Shoot.
Cleveland though. It's
Okay,
Cleveland.
so
They
But
might be
it's
in
it's
the
a
Cle-
new
playoffs this
team.
year, man.
It's a new
They should
team.
be.
Say it again. They're gonna be in the playoffs this year.
Cleveland should be.
I'll
You
take a
don't think
side
so?
bet on that, Boogie. Boogie, I'll take a side
Yes,
bet with you on that.
it all depends on
All
if
right.
Watson returns to form. It all depends on that.
yeah, he got to. He got to be better than what he is.
Hey,
Than what he is now.
Bills fans in the space earlier today was down on Ed Oliver. They trying to get rid of him. They trying to trade him. They talking about trading him for D Hop.
We
I'm
got
like,
Clyde. They
dang.
don't want Clyde.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't
So
need his
who
running
else did
backs
we
though.
leave? Who else did we lose? Andrew Wiley.
Oh yeah.
We didn't talk about
Uh,
the new
we
people
talked
we
about
signed.
Andrew Wiley. We talked about Colin. We talked
We
about
talked about
Frank
a lot of
leaving.
guys. We talked about a lot of guys on the last episode, but
Oh, okay.
I don't think we touched on Drew Tranquil
Oh,
officially
the
signing him
linebacker from the
from the
Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah,
I
Chargers
think
fans are
that
pretty
I think that
pissed.
shores up your linebacker room. For some
I,
reason, people think he's going to replace Willie Gay, and I'm like, I
Right.
don't. Why would he replace Willie Gay?
I
I
mean, he
don't
was
think
the
you
starter.
replace Willie Gay with a 1 year, $5 million deal. Maybe next year, but not right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I do like the signing though. Oh, we didn't say nothing about Ronald Jones. Shout out to Rojo going to Dallas, going
the
home.
Arlington Stars. Shout out to Tina.
We picked up the safety Mike Edwards from Tampa Bay. I think that's a good depth piece.
Mhm.
And then we saw somebody else. Was there somebody else? Mike
Who
Edwards,
else?
James Tranquil, and then
I mean,
okay,
we got
never mind.
Charles Aminu
Charles and
officially
Menu,
signed.
yeah.
He
Oh yeah,
officially signed,
Charles.
we
Charles.
talked about him on the last one though.
Yeah, we talked about him. We talked about
yeah.
him.
But
So
But he trying
hold
to.
on. None of y'all think it's a chance we trade Willie Gay?
I'm gonna be surprised. I mean, I hope not. But he's in a contract year this time, so I don't know why you would trade a guy who's in a contract year. I mean, I think that's usually a plus when somebody's in a contract year.
Unless you don't want to pay him.
Right.
And that's
So
why
we'll
you
see.
signed somebody to replace him.
I mean, it ain't like he gonna break the bank. I don't think he's breaking the bank, but
No, I don't
But
think so
maybe the
either.
Chiefs just don't want to sign him long term. I mean, we seen with the deals that most of the players that left the Chiefs this year, they could have matched every offer. They had
yeah,
the money. They didn't want these guys, respectfully.
Right. Which is
respectfully.
another reason I feel like as fans we're being a little impatient. Like if they're not paying these guys, there's a reason. I know that they should go out and get other guys, but if like you said, we could have kept Juju, we could have tried and paid Mecole, and we didn't. So
Yeah.
I think it's
What?
more so Willie Gay hasn't been on the field enough.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
probably be the only thing that's underperforming is like his availability.
He
I
a little
when
think
they
I
don't
seen.
he
I
a
think
little
I seen
inconsistent.
improvement though. I think I seen improvement from him.
Yeah, when he's on the field, yeah. But I'm talking about
Yeah.
him being available. I'm talking about him staying healthy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me throw that question out there. What free agent have we lost that you truly miss? I think I
Frank
would.
Clark.
No,
Yeah,
I mean
Frank
yes,
Clark.
But he
yes,
hasn't
Frank.
signed anywhere else,
And
right?
that's why they
Right.
said,
Yeah.
Not
So
yet.
is that
As
is
soon as
that
he
dead in the
signs,
water?
it'll be like
yeah. I agree.
It's like Frank and Colin Saunders
Yeah.
for me, probably. I mean, not just because Colin was like a great role player, a solid role player for us, but the vibes in the locker room, that locker room camaraderie that he brought as well.
Man, the last free agent the last free agent that we lost, I missed was probably Rodney Hudson when he went to the Raiders. I was like, but then we drafted
Went to
Mitch Morse,
Raiders.
and he filled in nicely. He was getting some concussions, and then we got Creed Humphrey like right after that. So I didn't miss him for too long, but it was like a week or so. But besides that, the Chiefs do not lose players that they want. Period. Whether how we feel about it or not, like they don't keep players they don't want. Like that's been Brett Veach's calling card. Like 2019 whole draft, I think it's gone now. Except for who's the last guy left?
You said for 2013,
No, 2019.
2019.
I think everybody from 2019 is gone.
I think that's probably more on Veach than not wanting to sign him, right? They just
or he just want to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. They did what they were supposed to do, and now we moving on. It could be both. I'm not gonna take that away from you. It could be both.
I think Quinn already said it. Al
We
Grady's the
did
only
sign
one left.
Allegretti back. Jody signed his tender back. Who else came back? Turk. I think we talked about that last time though.
Mm-hmm.
Turk came back. So that's a good point, Hefe.
Let me ask you this. So, Boogie, I think I saw you say something on Twitter about this, but it's only like March 21st or something. And what would you grade? What would you give Veach right now in free agency? What grade would you give him? Because I've seen some people start to turn on him, and it's kind of funny because we were all praising him when we had all these rookies winning the Super Bowl. But now we're all starting to turn on him again. So I just want to hear what everyone thinks about what kind of grade you give.
As of this offseason,
yeah,
right?
Just right now. Like what we've seen, the people we've brought in, the guys we've lost. How do you feel he's been doing? The positions he's filled, and this is for everybody.
Yeah, I think he's doing pretty good. I'll give him a C+ right now. I give him a C+ right now. It's still early. Like you said, he has a plan. We don't know what the plan is yet. So let me see how after it all unfolds, and I'll be able to give a better answer. But C+, I like the Tranquil. I like the Charles pickup. I thought both of them was good. So I mean, he's doing good. But I don't want to give him a A yet. I'll give him a C+ for now, and then let's see how this finish up.
Yeah, I'll give him
push that to a B just off of that.
I'll give him a B with an asterisk on it because we are a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like we got the draft 35 days, and free agency don't stop just because the draft comes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna keep going, so we got plenty of time. We really do got plenty of time.
We got Dunlap after the draft and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we were talking about gold package, platinum package, and the last option. He made the right choice because Dunlap ended up being. I think Dunlap was a very, very good pickup for us. So he did. We didn't sign McKinnon till June last year. You know what I'm saying? And McKinnon, if Pat's not the MVP, McKinnon was in the conversation. You feel me? So I mean, we got plenty of time. I think we're not patient and we just won the Super Bowl. I like it, but I hate it at the same time because that means that we greedy and want to get better. I like that passion to want to get better, but we got to relax a little bit. Like it's March 23rd. You know what I'm saying? Like we got plenty of time.
That's what I've been saying this entire time, man. I'm like, that's why I'm not giving a grade, man. Like, free agency just started. Like, come back to this before training camp or something.
That's funny right there.
Hefe's stupid.
Hefe got comment of the night already. Y'all got to catch Hefe. He in the lead, right?
No, like I probably give him a B. I think obviously we all know there's a need for a wide receiver, and we haven't really seen much movement. And I think as a fan base, when you see other teams in your division, other teams in the AFC or whatever, go out and be really aggressive, I think it's really easy for there to be knee-jerk reactions with us and be like, oh my gosh, everybody's doing all this stuff, and we're just kind of slowly making moves. So I think I think it's just a natural reaction to see other people, try to raise their game, and then us feel like we've maybe stayed stagnant. Everyone's always going to be trying to get better. They're like, we're the big dogs. We're the big dogs. I don't know if there's a Bengal. Is Sporting in here? Because we're the big dogs. I don't know if you know.
No, he ain't in here.
He's not here? Shit. Well, you know what I'm trying to say.
Hey, for real though, have you seen a team through free agency so far? Have you seen a team and you'll be like, okay, we got to watch out for them with the moves they've made?
Yeah. I mean, I guess the Dolphins, they've done all right so far. I still don't think Jalen Ramsey's like that at this stage of his career. But they've been doing all right with it. Let's see. I mean, Dallas been doing all right too. I mean, Brandon Cooks was a solid signing. If he stayed healthy.
I'm talking about like our direct. I'm talking about more of our direct. Let's say the AFC right now.
Bengals got better for sure.
Yeah. I would say the Jets as well. I mean.
I was gonna go to Jets.
After they
got to get Aaron first.
Yeah, once that's official, I'm with that.
I mean, I don't think they're going to be all that great with just Zach Wilson back there, but if they can end up closing this deal with Aaron. I think the AFC East as a whole, it seems like, they're kind of like, I've seen it a couple times on Twitter, but they're kind of like this year's AFC West, where they're all like kind of loading up and kind of the division to beat, I guess you can say, even though we're the big dogs.
I was going to say, I think that's a good question. You guys want to tackle that? Yeah, I think Beach is slow by getting a wide receiver because of how good Pat is and how he can make an average receiver look good.
It's a possibility, but like I said, it's early. He got a plan. I'm confident he's gonna execute it. And whoever he get, we're gonna be ready to go. We're gonna be right back where we pretty much were this past season. So I expect another Super Bowl.
Bengals did lose two good safeties. They did. They got Orlando Brown, but they did lose Jesse Bates and Von Bell within hours of each other. They still got Joe Burrow, though. Joe Burrow.
I think, like I said, I think Veach got a plan. I think he's been very disciplined this offseason, which has been the difference. He's set this lane. He's like, look, you cross that line, I ain't messing with it. This is what all I'm offering. So I think he's been more disciplined with it. But I'm not fired Veach yet. I do think we definitely have to get better at receiver, but something's gonna happen. I still have faith something is gonna happen because I know he didn't did something every time. We got Sammy Watkins 1 year. We drafted a receiver last year. You traded for Tony in the middle of the season last year, so he can get creative. There's other ways to get a receiver besides trading for D-Hop, but we got to just see what he do. It's still time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Hefe, no. Anyway,
no.
let's move on, man. All right, so as Kylie mentioned earlier in the show, it is the 1 year anniversary of the Tyreek Hill trade, and remember how everybody reacted? It was a shocker. Some people was like, "What the hell is Brett Veach doing?" All this other stuff. It was all kind of different reactions. I mean, so looking back on the 1 year anniversary of that trade, like, what was y'all initial thoughts when y'all first saw the news come on y'all phones or TV?
Okay. Can I start? Because I wasn't even on Twitter. I was doing something. And then, Boogie. Hey, man, country, You always believe in this team, and we done traded the best player. We done got rid of Tyreek. Man, what we gonna do now? Make me
Country,
feel better,
country, don't
country.
leak my
Make me.
private conversations, man.
No, it was just really. I wasn't on Twitter, so it was like it was just all like, what is Boogie talking about? Like, what did we do? And then it was like, at first it started as a rumor that, hey, Tyreek Hill's on the trade block. There's rumors coming out of Arrowhead that Tyreek Hill might be moved. It's either the Jets or the Dolphins. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. We're not trading Tyreek Hill, but it seemed like it went from rumor to trade, like quick, like within the hour. It was a rough morning. It definitely was a rough morning.
Hey
That
man,
was a long day, man.
this dude Boogie gonna put on, I don't know, it was, Twitter or Facebook. He gonna talk about contemplating suicide. I said,
No
bruh,
shit.
No, I said
relax.
if the Chiefs. This was before the trade happened. Cause remember what
Yeah, I
Country
know.
said? They leaked it. They wanted to trade him in those teams. That's when I made the status. If the Chiefs trade Tyreek, I'm gonna be on suicide watch. Then it happened.
That is insane. That
It,
is insane, yo.
it all happened so quick, bro. It was
It
just like
did.
at 9 o'clock, it was a rumor. By 10:30, he was gone.
But you
I
know
don't know the
what?
exact time, but
When they leaked the first story, I knew he was getting traded. Because the first thing I thought about was remember when Marcus Peters got traded?
same thing.
It was
Same
like they
thing.
leaked it, then it
Oh,
was
I was
like
really
in the
hot about that
next
one.
hour that shit just happened. Like, damn.
Yeah, I was hot about that one.
And to totally jump off subject, that's why I don't know about all these rumors because the Chiefs, by the time you hear a rumor from the Chiefs, it's about to happen. It ain't gonna be no couple days from now. It's within this afternoon. This is what we gonna do. You feel me? That's another thing that is it just smoke or is it really fire? But nah, Boogie was hey bro. Nah, Boogie was totally justified because that was a move that was like, bro, we just traded Tyreek Hill.
Hmm.
Like for real. Like it's what am I gonna do with the rest of my day? Like what do I do with that? And it was a nice
Yeah.
package and yeah, we got 5 picks, but it was just like, yo, how are we gonna do this?
Hmm.
Dog, like, listen, I was about to go to sleep. I came home from work. I was up for a bit. I was about to go to sleep, and then when that notification came up talking about Tyreek Hill rumored to be traded, I was like, what the hell's going on? I was like, excuse me. I think I used a Kevin Hart gif um on Twitter or whatever, and then when it really happened, I said, wow, I really can't go to sleep. I really can't go to sleep. I'm like, that really just happened. Like, did we really just do that? But
Bro.
yeah, at the end of the day, man, Brad Feast went for the cycle with the draft class. So, and of course we got the hardware for it. But
Yeah.
it was just wild. That moment was just shocking. It just blew my mind.
Boogie ain't
I know.
lying because
Go ahead.
go ahead. No, I was gonna say Boogie ain't lying because when that Marcus Peters thing came out, and I forgot who the reporter was, but we were flaming them. Why would we trade Marcus Peters? Why would
Yeah,
we?
Jason
And
Lockenford.
then was it Jason Lockenfor?
Yeah, it was Jason
Yep.
Oh,
Lockenford.
Biscuit
Hmm.
Chin. Oh, Biscuit Chin. And we was on his head. Like I remember being on his head, Boogie, all the guys that was popular back then or whatever that was doing their thing back then. And it was like in the middle of tweeting it, shut up, you idiot. They traded Marcus Peters. It's like, oh man, like, but the Tyreek Hill, like I can't explain how fast it felt. It felt like they're trading Tyreek Hill. They traded Tyreek Hill. Like it was like in the same sentence. Like, man, it was just crazy. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Colin.
No, you're good. I mean, like, I think it was just such a shock. And I was at work and I was like, I'm supposed to work after this? Like, yeah, right. I remember the next day I was like going around. I was like, sorry about how I talked to you yesterday. Like, apologize. I was just out of rage. I was just like a tornado going through the office. And it wasn't good. But hindsight is 2020. And when you look back at obviously we got the hardware, like you said, but it made Pat a better quarterback because he wasn't able to rely on Hill, and he had to kind of move the ball around and they had to get a little bit more methodical with their offense. So it's hard for me to be all worried about us not getting D-Hop right away or not getting a wide receiver right away when this happened a year ago, and then flash forward and we have another Super Bowl. So I don't think if we hadn't traded for Tyreek last year, I think I would be a different person right now. Like, I think I would be a little bit more unreserved, a little bit more like, oh my God, what are we doing? But I think like that toughened us all up last year. Like, I got thick skin because of that Tyreek trade.
Hey, Collie, and that was coming off that Bengals loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We was still mourning from that loss. And then this happened. Oh man.
Salt to the wound.
Ooh.
Man, I gotta say this real quick. Shout out to my boy Sean. Everybody knows he's a local rap for Kansas City. He said it best during that parade. Tyreek who? We are us. We
That
are
was
here
a
for the
Sean
whole
that said that?
squad.
Was that a Sean that said that?
Yeah, Sean said that.
Oh, shout out to dude. That's my boy, man. I love me
Yeah.
some me. He cold with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that brings up the question, like, why are we being so impatient now? We traded a once in a generation type guy. We've been there like literally last year. You know what I'm saying? So why are we so impatient now? It's just like it's like the NFL is not for long. So you just got to keep reproving yourself every year. You know what I'm saying? Like after last year's draft and after that trade and what we accomplished after that, it should be like no doubt in Brett Beast right now. But we right back where we started. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Like
cycle.
it's a
Right.
cycle.
But I feel
Man.
like we haven't talked about the elephant in the room yet, though.
What's that?
That Chris Jones extension.
Bruh.
We
What
have
is
not
It's
went through.
coming, bro.
But hold on.
It's
It's
coming,
We have
man.
not been through the
Gosh.
scenario if the Chiefs and Chris Jones cannot reach a deal.
I think is I don't know why this domino hasn't fallen yet. And I heard, never mind, I ain't gonna say what I heard because then that'll blow me up. But I, they waiting, but I don't get why they waiting. I think this Odell, this D Hop, I think all them situations have to work themselves out first before that gets handled. But I think it's gonna get handled.
It's another one of them
And
cases where
he's really, really quiet. There's no smoke, there's no fire, there's nothing coming from Chris Jones.
it's
Last thing
another
he
one of
tweeted was, "I'm gonna be a Chief for life,"
yeah.
and
Like
it's been radio silence from him. You know what I'm saying? But I,
it's it's
I
another
just
one of
don't
them
want to
cases
wait
of
till the draft to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to wait till May. Like, just get it done, please. Just
but it's
do it.
another one of them cases. It's another one of them cases where it's gonna get done around the draft or after the draft. It's gonna be. It seems like it's one of them cases, bro.
But what
But
if
it's
it
gonna
does
get
not?
done.
What if it does not get done?
You better
Then
get at least 4 or 5 picks out of it.
No, I'm not even saying we got to trade them because we can franchise them
Oh,
next
okay.
year.
I was about to.
I'm not going that street. I'm just saying
Oh, okay.
we haven't even been through those scenarios yet. And at what point do we get worried? I said all that to say this. At what point are y'all worried about the Chris Jones extension?
Second night of the draft.
maybe like a week after the draft. Maybe.
Kylie?
Yeah, I'll be worried then. Definitely.
Yeah, I think I agree with Chuck. I don't know. I think a week after the draft or so, let those pieces fall and kind of settle. And then after, if we still haven't made an extension, I might get a little nervous.
Okay, fair. Whoa,
Wait,
Hefe.
what about
Block
you?
Hefe. Get him out the chat now, man.
No.
Get him out the chat now, man. Don't start talking like that, Hefe. You had the best comment earlier. Don't do that, man. That is
It-
an
Hefe ruined
automatic
it.
block, man.
Wait,
it-
Boogie, what do you think?
yeah, what do you think?
When will I be worried?
Are you already
We
past
got like
that?
72 hours left in him.
He's like, tomorrow.
I'm not there yet. I guess for me it'll be a little longer. I would say around training camp around that time, if
Oh, I
nothing's happened,
definitely wouldn't want it to stretch that long.
then I
Oh,
would be
Yeah, I don't
worried
want to go that long.
oh
Yeah.
my
because
God.
I'm not sure he's going to training camp without a contract. I'm
Hey,
not sure. He might, but that's gonna be a tough sell.
we in trouble if it go that long. But you know what's funny? If they did that right now, everybody would be like,
Mhm.
but until then, nobody's breathing. Nobody's gonna calm down. Nobody's it now announced that you restructured Joe Tooney's contract, and everybody I think would let a little air out. Like everybody's all puffed up right now because we don't know what's going on.
What's up with the Joe Tooney restructured trade? Joe Tooney next year? What's up with all that?
Because I think his cap hit is like 19 or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
But
It's
It's pretty
it's
high.
kind of high.
restructuring it is gonna make it higher later.
Yeah, but it just pushes it down the
Well,
line.
yeah, but you know,
Or you can extend them, push the cap hit down, and there's way like you said earlier, but there's ways to get it done. They could extend Toomey. I think they can mess around with Travis Kelce contract again if they wanted to. Snead is probably up for an extension. Chris Jones is up for an extension. Like there's ways to get the money if they need the money. They did Pat's contract already, and I don't know what they did that for. I don't know if that was for the draft or a right now move or something, but I just think we just gonna have to be. I don't think we're gonna make a move for another 2 or 3 weeks. I
How
hate
much
to say that.
how much cap space do we have right now? Does anyone know?
and like
10,
it's like
right?
It's between
it's like
5 and 7.
it's 5
Between
and
five
7
and
now.
seven? In the
Yeah, they
comments.
said it went down a little. I don't know how it went down.
What is
Mm.
that? Albert Breer that had that story about D Hop talking about D Hop. Have y'all
Hmm.
seen that? He was talking about. I'm paraphrasing the story. He was talking about he probably wouldn't get traded to a team that has a rookie quarterback because he doesn't practice during the week. Did y'all read that?
I didn't
No,
No,
read
I
I
didn't
didn't
that.
see
see
that.
that.
Mm-mm. Okay. But I know one thing. They
Well, he ain't
said
going to
D,
Carolina. If that's,
but they did
you can
say D
X
Hop
him
could
out.
be. They did say like D Hop's trade value could be closer to the Brandon Cooks range of
It
what
gotta be.
Dallas. So
It gotta
I'm
be.
think so I'm thinking fourth or fifth round pick now. I mean that's what I would start off with.
I'm not going higher than the fourth. I'm not going higher than the third. I ain't gonna lie. Third is as high as I'm going. But after Brandon Cooks got traded, similar careers, not
What?
sim. No, let me.
Did he
Man,
say
No,
similar
don't
no,
start.
careers?
no,
Country,
no,
don't
no.
start
Hold
that,
on.
bro. Don't
Okay,
start
Hold
that.
no,
on.
no.
Hold
This is
on,
what I'm gonna
son.
say. No,
Hold
no.
on, son.
Similar age. D Hop. You can't really compare D Hop's
Yeah, Cook's a
yardage
year
and all that
younger.
to anybody, but um, yeah, damn. But you hurt me because you can't
Yeah,
compare 'em.
don't. Yeah, please don't do that, country. Please,
I'm
please.
sorry, Boogie. I'm sorry.
My fault though, y'all. In that article, I can't find it, but the article I was talking about, they said Chiefs had about 10 million left. I seen somebody in the comments say 11, so and now I'm seeing 5. So
Five.
Yeah, but
I don't
yeah,
know.
because somebody said 5 today. Like somebody reported 5 earlier today, and it's like, where did that? What happened? I don't know what happened, but
So, so Kylie, between 5 and 11 million, somewhere.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
But
what
I
was
mean,
it?
I mean, how did that change your price range on when Brandon Cooks? He's not the same receiver, but how did that change your price range for D Hop? Because that second went out the window when he went for a fifth and a sixth. For me, if like he's going for that and D Hop is better, he might be. Younger? Is he younger than Brandon Cooks?
He's 30. Diop is 30. How
They
old is
they
Brandon
both
Cooks?
around similar age. That's what I was trying to say. Similar age. So yeah, my price that second. Nah, y'all not getting a second. You know what I'm saying? But my
A
my my
third?
price change went down. My price range went down. So I'm thinking fourth.
But
Maybe a third.
you don't want them though. So
Yeah, Jason Dunn talked me into it. So
over the cap has the Chiefs at 7 million.
yeah,
Mm.
that's what I said. See?
So it was
Listen to your
between
boy.
5 and 11.
Yeah, it's still. I'm just saying what they got, but my price don't change with D Hop. I would still give up a second round pick. Call me crazy all you want. I still would give up a second round pick. There's nobody in the draft we can draft that's gonna be as good as that dude. Nobody.
What about
2 years.
a third and CE8?
Oh, see, that's what happened.
Bob,
See,
look,
right.
look. They already accepted the trade. As soon as you said it, they already accepted it. Trade already set, man.
Right. Dude, dang, what happened? So if you get D Hop, are you done? Or are you still looking for somebody? If you got D Hop, would you then be interested in Shark? Would that ease that a little bit more?
If we got Shark, I still will want to draft a receiver. I would want to draft a receiver if we signed either one of them.
Okay.
It just
Yeah,
wouldn't have
okay.
to be a first round receiver. You can get one in the
Right.
second. You can go whatever. That's cool.
I
But if
think I'm going edge. I think I'm going edge in that first round. We're gonna have a couple of our boys, Herms, Tom, Lil Zach, so we're gonna dive into that. That'll be the next thing we dive into is the draft, because I still don't know who I want in the draft. Like for
I
real.
just
I think I want
it's
Felix.
our time to look at receiver tape now and sound like. So I hope Tom, Zach, Dan, I hope they got something for me, man. I need a
Yeah,
1,000-yard receiver.
it would be lit getting D Hop. Wide
Oh,
receiver DT. Yeah. So why didn't Shark and MVS are similar? Eh, we still need a speed. I think we need a speed guy though. Like bruh, chill with the running back. You don't need a running back. You ready?
they
You
think
ready to
they think he's
ready?
special,
You ready to pull that Kareem Hunt jersey out your closet?
man. He a free agent, man. Don't please let's not even play and say that. Hold on, who
Ezekiel
just said
Elliott
they
going
look
to
good?
the Eagles. So,
Yeah, we gonna see that. We gonna see. I heard
what's the
Zeke
best?
might go to the Bengals.
Yeah, I think the Bengals, Eagles, and somebody else, the Jets. I think. Um, what real free agency move did you say, regardless of team, did you say, yo, that's a nice move? I like that one. Who's the one that you like the most?
Top of my head, I'll say the Bears trading their first round pick. I thought that was a crazy trade to
They
get
came up.
more too and to get a first round. Like that was crazy.
They
I
came
don't
up.
think they thought they was gonna get that good of a trade. That probably be top of my head. Detroit getting Gardner.
That's what I was
Getting
gonna
him in
say.
safety.
Dang, that's
Like
what I was gonna say.
that's a crazy move.
Hey,
Of
hey,
course,
Boogie, where was?
Cowboys getting Gilmore was up there for me.
Yeah. I know you felt that one. Where was that trade when we had the #1 pick at?
Man, who you telling? King Mo, that was a great
Yeah,
pick for the 49ers D line, bro.
yeah. It kind of gets swept under the rug because it happened so early. But yeah, that was a good pickup.
You putting him with Bosa and all that's gonna be crazy for sure.
Yeah, that was a good move. Yeah, that Bears pick is hard to pick against that. Uh, uh, Charner, CJ, whatever his name, going to Detroit. I like what Detroit doing.
Just
They
trade
might
for
not. They
Lamar
on the
Jackson.
radar. But well, we can't say Aaron Rodgers because it ain't happened yet.
Y'all got to see the
Tunsil,
company. I ain't going there with Tunsil. They paid that man to block. Conley go be their quarterback. They ain't got no quarterback, man. They got
they got they got long neck out there,
yeah.
long neck Silvers.
I wasn't feeling that as much. And of course, I already said I'm not gonna keep giving them credit, but getting Orlando Brown, that's a good pickup for them.
That was a good pickup. I, it was kind of crazy that his agent was the one doing the calling, and I thought they reached out to him. He reached out to them, so that was kind of crazy. But it's been some nice moves. It's still, yo, let's talk about this because He's familiar with Cullen. He's only 27. We do need some
27.
deep. Yeah, I think he's only 27. I would do that, bro. I'm down with that.
I would like that. That's a nice pickup to replace Frank Clark. I would
Yeah,
like that pickup. He a veteran. We know he can get to the passer. Last year he didn't do too good though. I think last year was like the least amount of sacks he had with the Colts last year, right?
yeah. King Mo, we diving into the draft. We just answering questions now at this point since our co-host just left us. But we gonna dive into draft next week and really dive into it. We got a few guests coming, so I like Chucky defense. Who's that? Who's Chucky defense? Oh, Charles. Yeah, I like him too, John. I remember I called him Chucky defense because I couldn't pronounce his name. So
Oh yeah, that
now
was a good
I
pick.
think all the moves we didn't make no like splash moves or oh my God, look out for the Chiefs moves. But I think we made very solid moves that's gonna benefit us down the road. I don't think nobody caught up. I don't think we lost a step either. So we're gonna keep moving
Yeah.
how we moving. So man, free agency. It's still a lot of I think it's still a lot of talent out there. I don't think it's not too many wide receivers left. It's not too many. And man, Mecole leaving for $6 million kind of hit me in the heart because we definitely could have did that, but we do not lose players that we don't want. Um, that was crazy. I think Juju's a contract that we still could have afforded. Um, I think it's gonna be a shocker, but I think it's gonna be somebody that becomes available that we didn't expect. It's gonna be somebody. Chuck got to let you back in. I don't know where Chuck is. What Leo say? Crying over a fifth wide receiver. Uh-oh, Quinn on your head, bro.
No, he's on your head crying about McCole. I'm not crying about paying that man $6 million.
I ain't say, bruh, I ain't say I was crying.
You said it hurts you.
It kind of hurt me, yeah, for about an hour.
He ain't never had over 700 yards. Like I
Look,
respectfully,
at least I ain't on
McCole.
the Justin Ross.
Yeah,
Chris,
Chris.
Chris,
Yeah,
y'all gotta relax. I
hey, Chris,
I don't know
let
what
that bus
Justin
ride
Ross
past
gonna
me,
be.
bro.
Hey, bro, I don't know what Justin Ross is gonna be. I haven't seen nothing. It's nothing to change my. Y'all have nothing to change our mind. There's nothing to be hype about running up a hill. My son could go out and run up a hill right now. I don't. It's not. I'm not gonna want to sign him.
Hey, Chiefs
Like,
fans, I fell for that old school Jonathan Baldwin jogging stuff. So I'm not falling for no running up the hill stuff. I'm past that. I'm a real Chiefs fan. I didn't feel for it before. Y'all can have that, man.
man, don't you mention Jonathan Baldwin on this show? I do.
Oh,
You know what? I want to interview. I want to interview Jonathan Baldwin, and I want to interview Thomas Jones. What did he say that made you knock him so hard that he had to quit the team? What did he do? He must have said something about Thomas Jones' mama.
Thomas Jones is a big dude, man.
He he really is, and a good actor. He's been doing a lot of TV shows. Thomas Jones. Shout out to Tom Jones. Um, they did sign him to a 3-year deal. Who? Who? Ross? Yeah, for no money. 2 of them years they got to get him healthy. If he's healthy, I do want to see him. So, we only got 3 preseason games now. So he gonna get a lot of run. He gonna get the chance. So let's see.
We'll
Oh
see him at
God,
St. Joe. That's what we're gonna see. If I don't see nothing from Justin Ross at St. Joe, St. Joe's
bro.
gonna tell me all I need to know. I'll see y'all
Facts,
there.
facts. Backup quarterback, something that we haven't discussed. Would you ever sign Cam Newton?
I mean, I would take him, but I'm not sure he fit what we doing. I mean, I
I
wouldn't be mad. Like if we signed him, I wouldn't be mad.
right.
He's cool.
You,
I think the only question that really matters is if Mahomes missed 4 games, could Cam Newton win 2 games? I think he could.
Man. Yeah, he definitely could quarterback sneak. We wouldn't have to worry about that no more. I would take Matt Ryan for some reason. I don't know.
Me too.
I'm a Matty Ice guy. I like Matt.
I would take
Matt Ryan
over Cam Newton as a backup for sure.
He does have an ego. I don't know if you would want that.
That's why I don't know.
Yeah.
Juice, I want to be a millionaire too, man. Everything ain't gonna happen though, man.
Right. I used to want to be a rapper for Def Jam, but yeah.
Kevin.
He's always out there.
Kevin, come on, Kevin.
I agree. Oh, Carson Wentz.
Absolutely not, Quinn. Absolutely not. If we sign Carson Wentz, that C+ is going to a D-. I'm telling you. Just I don't even care if we get DeAndre Hopkins, man. We can't man. That's done.
We can't bring it back.
That Carson Wentz is dead, man.
What's up, D-Mac? Is that D-Mac? What's up, D-Mac? Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it.
$6 million. I mean, no, I'm cool. Country is a little hurt. He's gone.
I'm good. I'm good. I got to, it's a business. Front of the jersey. I'm not sold on Shane Bichelle yet, bro. I think he been improving, but I ain't seen enough to think if he come in, we can drive 98 yards. I ain't saying that. I don't think he can do that. I don't know, man.
Man, I don't know how to let you in, Collie.
Yeah.
Collie, you got me feeling old when I asked this is like when I asked my mama to do something on the phone trying to get you in here, man. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, snap.
I don't know where Chuck at. Oh, man, yeah. It's really about to be over now. There you go, Collie. Okay.
What happened to country? Hold on.
I don't know what is going on.
Oh my gosh. What happened to country? I made it in and he leaves?
Sacrifice.
All right. Well, really, I just had to let you guys know you guys can't be talking about Carson Wentz like that. Like we're going to have him as a backup. I was like, I got to get back. Can't let y'all derail the conversation like that.
Boogie Kast.
No, we can't, Collie. That is a blockable offense saying we need to pick Carson Wentz up as a backup. In them comments, do not do that. Please, no.
Oh my
Matt
God.
Moore, no.
Matt Moore coaching right now, ain't
he? Yeah, high school. I don't know. I try to go to the private chat and everything like clicked off. I'm like, oh no. I'm still voting for Matt Ryan, man. You don't have to pay him. He got enough money. He should come in for the veteran minimum. And I think in your scenario, if he went out 4 games, I think we got enough talent that he can win 2 of those games.
Yeah.
And then I think he can give me a drive without 2 interceptions. He might throw an interception.
With Andy by his side, he could probably make it happen. But I've seen people talking about drafting a QB like late, and I was like, I don't want a rookie QB coming in when we like after Pat. I don't care.
Playoffs on the line, Pat hurt.
Yeah.
No. Come on,
no.
Come on, rookie.
I don't want
to. Nah.
No.
Yeah, I ain't going with no rookie quarterback. No, we ain't gonna do that.
No, sure, Juice.
Y'all think Matt Ryan is washed, man? He beat us? Hey, look, he beat us.
I think he washed, but I mean, what y'all think Chad Henne is though? Like
he whooped Joe Lewis's ass.
Chad Henne is. I mean, He's past his prime. He older quarterback. What do you need him to do? Like we said, it's only 4 games. If Mahomes missed 4 games, can he win 2? Might not even need him to win 2.
Right.
You don't have confidence in Shane? I mean, don't you feel like they
No.
kept him around? But hold on. They kind of kept him around for a reason. Like, they didn't really use him last year, obviously, but they also didn't really want anyone else getting him. Don't you feel like there's a little, like, confidence in him if that's the case?
No,
They didn't
because
really let him go.
Shane Bichelle in preseason is the reason we kept Justin Watson, because that was the only person he was throwing into.
I mean, he got some potential.
He
And
got
you're gonna
some
see more of
potential.
that
He
in
got
training camp
potential.
this year too. But I mean, if you can go get a veteran like Matt Ryan, who's been in the league, been an MVP, been to the Super Bowl, like he's good in the locker room. You can have he's a good locker room guy, good all that leadership, all that. Matt Ryan, somebody like that, I think you go do it. Like you said, he's getting paid by the Colts this year. He don't even really need money from the Chiefs. This is hey, come hold the clipboard, get in our quarterback room, work with Bichelle, work with Mahomes, and get you a ring. Like, I'm cool with that.
I also feel like
the Boogie Cast.
I also feel like Shane's got a little mobility to him.
Yeah,
he does.
He's mobile back there. Like, that's a little more similar to Pat's play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay,
Kylie,
here's the question.
is,
Here's the question about Shane, though. We've seen him perform against second and third string. It's them extra guys. Like, do you trust him? I
hear you, but here is the problem. Who out there do you trust more than Shane Buechele right now that's available?
I trust you.
Say Matt Ryan. I would say Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan?
Yeah. I would take you, Kylie, over Teddy Bridgewater.
You know what?
Listen, I'm not mad at Teddy Bridgewater.
That's not a terrible idea.
I'm not mad at
That's not a terrible idea.
Honestly, and when we played him when he was with the Broncos, I felt like I was impressed by Teddy. Every time he's come up, I feel like I'm always like, oh yeah, Teddy Bridgewater.
2-glove Teddy. Y'all want 2-glove? Hey man, let's sign RG3 back. He been way along
now. That's a done deal. But I would be cool with Teddy though. I would be cool with that.
I still would choose Matt Ryan, but I wouldn't be mad about Teddy. I wouldn't be mad about Teddy.
I would take Teddy Bridgewater over Matt Ryan.
Leave my son alone. He got that melatonin, bro. Leave him alone. Teddy is trash.
Dude, all of them is trash. For real. I mean,
that's the truth. That's the problem.
Yeah, like we don't need them starting. The only question we need answered was Shane, Matt, and Teddy. 4 games. Can we be 500 in them 4 games? That's it. If they can win 2 out of them 4 with the Chiefs first team, we're cool. But if
all right, so we're gonna do it like we did Dunlap. We got our platinum option, we got our gold, we got our bronze. Wentz is definitely the bronze option.
Wentz is not an option.
That's not I was about to say. That's just okay. All right. Thank you, Colin. Thank you.
No, that's why I had to get back in here so that I can stop it.
Please.
God.
If that's the option, we in trouble, man. I'm telling you. We are in trouble.
Carson Wentz is, if y'all thinking Matt Ryan is washed, Carson Wentz is definitely washed. What Andrew Luck doing these days?
Oh no. If Andrew Luck came back, he's starting somewhere.
If Andrew Luck came back,
no, whoa.
No. If Andrew Luck came back, we flipping him for a pick or
Andrew
4.
Andrew Luck would be shit. I still think he'd be top 10 right now if he came back. Who knows?
All right, we just taking questions from the chat right now. And we almost about to get out of here. Where's Chuck at? Because he the only one that know how to do the sponsors.
Well, we can talk about it.
Chris,
someone's got to let him know. Someone's got to let him know.
Stop it, Chris. Boogie would lose his mind if Tom Brady just sat on the bench holding
Look, I ain't gonna lie. We could get Tom Brady to be back up. You know, come on now. Y'all know I'm all in for that.
Well, yeah.
We'll get Rob Gronkowski too, just off GP.
I'm just saying. But yet Teddy Bridgewater did go 7-0 with the Saints. You're right. As a backup.
He did it this year?
No, not this year.
Oh God, Noni. No.
That's
No.
nasty work right there.
Lots more free agency stuff coming up, right? Hopefully.
Yes. Is there anybody out there outside of wide receiver? Let's go outside of wide receiver. Is there anybody out there, Kylie, that you want?
That's a free agent?
Yeah. Jameis went back to the Saints.
Probably Ngakoue.
Dang, we already said that.
But I was out. You kicked me out. I didn't get to say it.
Oh God, Chris, not Tyrod Taylor. No, Jesus.
The free agent, that's hard. I mean, at this point too, though, it's like maybe Chark just because we need wide receivers. We need bodies in the wide receiver room at this point.
Oh, I asked Boogie if we were to trade for D-Hop, would you still want DJ Chark? Would you still consider signing him?
No, because I think you go draft one, and I think you go draft one, and then who knows who else they'll bring in? They bring back Watson. You draft one, you get Hopkins. That's 6 people right there. Wide receiver room's full.
Yeah, because we got Mecole, Tony, Justin.
No. We don't got Mecole.
I said Mecole, Justin Ross, Scott,
John Ross,
MVS. Yeah, the room getting full.
Let's not put the Rosses in this.
Okay, Kylie, they gonna be in your mentions tomorrow because you're not believing in the Ross brothers.
No.
We hope they 1,000-yard receivers. I do. I hope.
Yes, thank you.
I just haven't seen it.
I gotta see it.
I hope y'all wake up rich tomorrow also. So I mean
Puna 4 is a good name. Ngakoue, I hope I pronounced that right, is very intriguing.
Just that leadership presence, kind of like that filling that Frank Clark role that we're kind of missing still. I know we have Charles Emmanuel. Did I say that right? But he's a younger guy, so getting Ngakoue in there would have a little bit more vet experience.
Pretty much.
Dang, I think we're getting storms.
Did you hear that, Kylie?
Don't do that tonight, man. Go to the sponsors. Because I don't even
Yeah, we gotta go.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Sponsors, man.
No.
Would you get Zeke?
No.
Yeah, me either.
No.
I won't. I don't know how to do it. Homage,
just talk about it.
Homage is probably running a great special on NBA and probably college and New Heights. Yo, New Heights is doing a live show in Kansas City. They did have I'm promoting the show that we ain't even on, but they did have a pre-sale going out. I don't know if y'all seen the link, but those tickets are about like $50 to $70. They're not that bad. So that'd be nice to check out the Wednesday before the draft. And Nooney called me out, but
thank you. Nani, thank you. You caught that. I'm happy you caught that. That means you paying attention.
That means she's paying attention. Kylie left, so it's really time to go. So, well, everybody left. So, thank you for tuning in. Kingdom Cast, like, share, subscribe, please. We are really close to 500 subscribers. Like the video, share the video, talk to us, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Spotify, Amazon Music. I think we on all of that. So I guess I'm out. My son said bye. Hit the like button. Shout out to Chris, Arrowhead Chief Podcast. Follow them. What's up, Joe? Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's just stay here till they sign DeAndre Hopkins. Bye, Noonie. Thank you. Thank you to the chat room, the most interactive podcast in Chiefs Kingdom. I love and I appreciate each and every one of y'all, everybody in the chat room right now. So everybody left me, so I'm out. Y'all be easy. Peace.